guys, it's Julia, designer at the Quilted Cow, and today's tutorial is on the Rustic Retreat pillow accessory. It's part of our Back Home Pillow series. Before we begin, I'd like to thank my sponsors, Husqvarna Viking Sewing Machines and Creative Grid Rulers, Mats, and Rotary Cutters. Let's get started.
Quiet on set, we are rolling.
The Back Home Pillow series is one of my all-time favorite things we've designed. It comes with the pillow and it has all these different accessories. So you can change them out by season or by mood, however you wish. You can find the kits on our website at thequiltedcow.com or on our Facebook Lives on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Let's get started with our first step. The first piece that I'm going to start with is let's start with the quilt block. So you draw your diagonal lines on the back of all of your V squares and you place them right sides together. With your red piece, go ahead and stitch on the line and trim 1/4 inch away. And then let's just piece our quilt pieces together. So I stitched mine top to bottom, and now I'm going to stitch them right to left to form my cute quilt. Let's go sew. Now that I have the center of my quilt block done, I'm going to go ahead and attach my borders to the right and the left sides. Let's go add those on now. Now that my borders are attached to my sides, it's time to add our bottom border and our little section of fence. Let's go ahead and attach those on next. Now that we have this cutest little quilt all assembled, let's go ahead and assemble the rest of our fence. So grab all of your white and your brown pieces and let's finish this up. So I'm going to start on the bottom and I'm just going to attach the snow to the bottom of my fence and then continue working my way in, piecing this entire section. Now that I have the outside piece of snow attached to the bottom of my fence, I'm going to go ahead and attach the center, doing the same thing on this center row and this top row. Let's go ahead and piece those together now. Now that I have those 3 sections pieced together, I'm going to go ahead and finish doing my middle by attaching my fence post to the bottom and the top of this little section. So let's go ahead and attach those now. Now that I have my little side sections assembled, I'm going to go ahead and attach them to my quilt, and then I will stitch the top 2 pieces and then the bottom piece on to finish out this part of the section. Let's go ahead and sew those together now. Now that we have that piece together, the bottom section of our block is complete. Let's go ahead and set this aside and we'll work on the top so we can form the barn. So the next part we're going to piece is the center of our barn. We're going to start at the top and work our way down. These are the parts that you had to mark at the top of your pattern. So in order to place our Q rectangles onto our little D rectangles, we need to measure and mark so we can get the correct angle. So for my blue squares, I'm going to measure and mark 1 3/4 inch. From the left side, and I'm going to mark right on the bottom edge. I'm going to do the opposite with my other one and measure 1 3/4 from the right side. And once again, put a little mark right on the bottom edge. Now to piece these together, we need to put our rectangles together. So I'm going to take my Q rectangle and put 1 point on the mark we just made and 1 point on the top right corner. I'm going to do the opposite on the other side. So I'm going to place 1 point on the mark we drew and 1 point on my top left corner. So now that we've got these 2 sections in the correct locations, we're going to go and stitch on this line. So let's go sew these 2 together now. Now that we have our 2 rectangles sewn together, I'm going to flip one over and it should line up right where my blue rectangle is. So double check that you have both of them in the correct location. And once you do, let's go ahead and trim them 1/4 inch from our seam. Now that we have them trimmed, I went ahead and pressed my pieces so we will have the center part of our barn. Let's go ahead and sew those 2 pieces together now. Now that I have the top point of my barn, I'm going to go ahead and work on the next layer down. The next layer down has the same kind of rectangle on rectangle. So we're going to put our blue sides apart, and we're going to go ahead and mark on our red pieces. So for this one, I want to measure 7/8 of an inch. So I'm going to put a mark right on the bottom edge. I'm going to measure 7/8 of an inch away from the right side. Once again, putting a mark right on that bottom edge. Once I have my lines marked on my red rectangles, I'm going to turn them so the marks are now on the top edge. So I'm going to take my blue rectangle and place one point on the bottom left corner, and I'm going to put it on the mark we made on the top right. Should be close to the center. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing on our other rectangle. And then we're going to go and stitch on those lines. Let's go sew those now. Now that we have our rectangles stitched together, go ahead and flip it and make sure that your blue rectangle matches up with your red. Go ahead and check both sides. And once that's correct, let's go ahead and trim 1/4 inch away from the seam. Now that I have these rectangles trimmed and pressed, I'm going to set them aside and start working on the 2 center pieces. I'm going to stitch these 2 rectangles together, and then I'm going to add on the sides. Now that I have the center of my barn finished, I'm going to go ahead and do my bottom doors. So I'm going to stitch this to the right and left of the barn door. Now that I have the sides sewn onto my barn door, it's time for me to assemble my center section. So I'm going to piece this entire row, starting at the top and working my way down. Let's go sew. Now that I have the center of my barn attached, let's go ahead and sew the sides on. Now that I have the sides attached to my barn, it's time to attach it to our fence. So let's sew those 2 pieces together. Now that I have the top attached to the bottom, my pillow accessory is technically complete. I do have some applique trees I'm going to go ahead and cut out and add, just to add that extra little pop right along the edges of my barn. So for this pattern, we will be using applique. So you have a fusible webbing that you attach to the back of your extra green fabric. And what you can do is simply turn this over and trace your trees right on the back. I'm just going to use a friction pen. You can use any regular ink pen. You can use absolutely anything. A pencil works. It is technically just paper. So go ahead and trace out as many trees as you would like onto this. I think I'm going to do a couple of big and just a couple of little. Now that I have my trees drawn on my paper, you can use anything you'd like to cut these out. You can use regular fabric scissors. You can use your rotary cutter. I'm going to use some pinking shears just to add that little tree look that I'm going for. So I'm going to go right on my paper with my pinking shears and just cut right on that line. Once I have my trees all cut out, we'll start assembling them. Now that I have my trees cut out, it's time to take the paper off. So I'm going to start on any corner and just scratch at the paper until you can peel it off just like you would a sticker. Once you have that paper peeled off, go ahead and set that tree aside and work on the rest. Now that I have my trees all cut out, it's time to decide where to put them. So you can just set them anywhere on your pattern that you would like. If you don't like the way it looks whenever you get done, go ahead and pick it up and move it. So I think I'm just going to do just these little 4 trees. To attach them to my pillow accessory, all I need to do next is press. Once again, if you don't like where something is, just go ahead and move it. When you get it to the location you'd like, just fuse it with your iron. Applique is seriously that simple. Now my trees are nice and stuck onto my project. I want to make sure they stay there, so you can use a blanket stitch or a straight stitch. You could do some cute little quilting and add some texture to these trees. Anything you want to do, the world is open. Let's go ahead and just stitch these on with a straight stitch just to make sure they stay. Now that I have my cute little applique tree forest completely secure, it's time to go ahead and attach my lightweight interfacing to the back of my block. Once we do that, we'll go ahead and attach our backing and finish it off. Now that I have my lightweight interfacing applied, it's time to go ahead and attach our backing. So I'm going to leave my block right side up, and I'm going to place my backing right side down. Line up all the edges, go ahead and pin or clip to hold everything in place, and let's stitch around, leaving a 3 or 4 inch opening so we can turn it right side out. Now that I have the edges sewn together, let's go ahead and clip our corners, turn it right side out, and press. Now that I have it top stitched, it's time to apply our snaps. You want to measure a 1/2 inch from the sides and the top and bottom, and just make a little mark. Now that I have all of my snap placement marks made, I'm going to go ahead and use a seam ripper to insert my snaps. You can use anything you'd like. Use a seam ripper, a precision tool, a hole punch, an X-Acto knife, absolutely anything you'd like to make these holes. Let's go ahead and insert these snaps. Now that I have the holes made, it's time to attach my snaps. I'm going to place the cap on the top left corner, go ahead and poke it all the way through to the back, and then I'm going to add my stud snap, which is the male snap, and just simply press them together until you hear a snap. Repeat that step for the other top corner. Now for the bottom corner, you're going to once again put your cap on the front, and this time you're going to use your socket on the back, which is your female snap. So place your cap on the front and place your snap on the back and squeeze until it clicks. Now that I have my snaps complete, my project is finished. Once again, this is the Rustic Retreat Pillow Accessory, part of our Back Home Pillow series. You can find the kit and pattern on our website at thequiltycow.com or on our Facebook Lives on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Please like and subscribe for more tutorials, and thanks for watching.
Okay, you wicked cool quilters, good job. You made it to the end. We would like to thank our sponsors, Husqvarna Viking Sewing Machines, Creative Grids, rulers, rotary cutters, and mats. Thanks for watching.